You're watching Good Morning Carolinas with Jason Glassbowl, Crystal Costa, meteorologist Darren Stack, and Amanda Kinson.
And a very good Wednesday morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. We're halfway through the week, at least for many of us, so we're trucking right along. Hey, 2013 is a very special year for the city of Myrtle Beach. It's celebrating its diamond anniversary.
The city turns 75 years old this year, so this morning we're taking a look back. WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinson is live at Jack Thompson Studios in Myrtle Beach looking at beautiful pictures. Amanda.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, we are so thankful for you, Jack, for getting out there and taking all of these photographs of Myrtle Beach and the entire Grand Strand, because they're amazing to look back at, and it's amazing to hear your stories. You say every picture has 1,000 words, every picture has a story. We're talking about Myrtle Beach, 75 years old, the chamber is. Let's look at this right here. What is this?
Well, now this photograph was the Myrtle Beach Pavilion area, actually 4th of July in 1959. This was just the heartbeat of Myrtle Beach, a magical place. The pavilion across the street, the rides, the amusement park, the merry-go-round, the roller coaster, and all of those wonderful things that made Myrtle Beach a fabulous place, a magnet for people to come from all over the Carolinas back in the 50s and 60s. And of course, today, people come from all over the world to enjoy Myrtle Beach. Sadly, we lost the pavilion in 2007, but now we've built the wonderful boardwalk, which is the new magnet for Myrtle Beach.
I don't know that anything can ever replace the pavilion, but at least we have the boardwalk now. Okay, now tell me about this picture down here. I absolutely love this picture, but there's a reason behind this.
There is a reason behind that photograph. The Associated Press called one day in 1967 and said that the national statistics showed that there were 3 girls to every boy because so many young men were in Vietnam, Southeast Asia. So I got these kids out of high school, Myrtle Beach High School, on a cold November day, and we made this photograph that went around the world with the Air Force magazines.
Yeah, showing off the statistics. And there's another photograph of him flexing and the girls all on him. So pretty sure that you made that guy a pretty happy guy that day.
Absolutely.
Those are pretty good odds there, you know?
No kidding.
And Amanda's got the Betty Boop down, doesn't she?
Totally. And I love that, putting that statistic into a photo, but him kind of taking us back through time. I learned so much just in that couple minute segment.
Really cool stuff. I can't wait to see the rest of them.
You're watching Good Morning Carolinas with Jason Glassbowl, Crystal Costa, meteorologist Darren Stack, and Amanda Kinson.
Welcome back, everyone. This year, the city of Myrtle Beach turns 75 years old.
And we've got a pretty special treat for everyone this morning. WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinson is live at Jack Thompson Studios in Myrtle Beach, and she's showing us a look back through pictures of the history of Myrtle Beach. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning. Yes, there are so many photographs here. It's so wonderful to step back in time and take a look and hear all the stories about how Myrtle Beach used to be. And you were telling me this is the Ocean Forest Hotel, and this is kind of what started it all, what brought everybody here.
Yes, in the early 20s, a group of businessmen from Greenville, South Carolina came down and bought Myrtle Beach. They bought 165,000 acres, which actually was the city limits of Myrtle Beach. And immediately set out to build
the Ocean Forest Hotel right here.
Set out to build a playground for tourists in Myrtle Beach, the Ocean Forest Hotel. And it opened in February the 20th.
Yeah, and it brought all the people who had to build it. They came down here with their wives or their girlfriends, and they kind of settled in, right? And made the basis.
Well, that's true. When they laid the plans for the hotel, they brought in about 500 workers, and those workers brought in their families and the children and the girlfriends. And during the 4 years of building the hotel, that caused these folks to settle down in Myrtle Beach, and those became the pioneer families of early Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, and then of course the hotel was a place for people to come and visit and play. Like you said, Myrtle Beach is still kind of a playground. Unfortunately, we don't see the Ocean Forest Hotel anymore. In the mid-70s, it was destroyed, but still here, and you know what? Myrtle Beach is still a playground for a lot of people, guys.
And everyone in Myrtle Beach is still a transplant.
Yeah, that's so true.
It started way, way, way long ago, didn't it?
That's pretty cool, learning about the pioneer families. You don't really think about, oh, how did the city get started 75 years ago, but Jack Thompson's on it.
He is full of knowledge.
Yes, he is.
You're watching Good Morning Carolinas with Jason Glasspool, Crystal Costa, meteorologist Darren Stack, and Amanda Kinson.
And a very good Wednesday morning. Thanks for waking up with us on this July 17th. Halfway through the week gives us hope for the future. There is a weekend approaching.
Friday's on the horizon.
Yeah, not too far away. Hey, 2013 is a very special year for Myrtle Beach as it celebrates its Diamond anniversary.
Yep, Myrtle Beach is turning 75 years old this year. So this morning, we're going to go way back. We are at Jack Thompson's studios in Myrtle Beach. That's where we find WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinzip. Hey.
Hey, that's right, the man with all the stories and all the photos. You've probably seen this book around town, Memories of Myrtle Beach, with just tons of photos that you went around and took of the area throughout the years. But what I want to talk about is how you actually came to this area and show off some of the first photos that you actually took. Tell me the story. You and a couple buddies, you just decided to come on down to Myrtle Beach?
Two little friends of mine in Greenville, hanging out at the back of a pool hall, listening to the stories that the older boys were talking about Myrtle Beach. Beach music, pretty girls in bathing suits, and shag, dancing. We decided we'd have to come down and see what it was all about in 1951.
Yeah, sounds like a good time, right? So you guys hitchhike your way down here, and I want to point out some of these photos right here. So tell me what you did when you got here.
Well, after 2 days hitchhiking on the road, we ran into the pavilion, and I immediately stopped at the photo booth and asked for a job.
And he gave you one, right? All you wanted was a burger. You were hungry.
I said, if I could get a hamburger and a milkshake, I'll start right now. And I became a professional photographer my first hour in Myrtle Beach.
Very nice from day one. Those are examples of some of the photos that you took way back when. And I love the fact that you can even point out who those people are, tell me where they are now. And see this guy right here? You recognize him? I think that's you, huh?
Well, I style my hair a little differently now.
Very nice, but it's amazing to think that you went from this to taking, you know, aerial views of Myrtle Beach and the Grand Strand when it didn't have any hotels, and now, well, obviously it looks a lot different, and we're celebrating the birthday, guys.
Wow. Everybody starts somewhere, huh, Jason?
You have to, and what a great story. I mean, his whole life history is part of Myrtle Beach history.
Right.
Just wanted a milkshake and a burger, and
now,
the rest is history.
Exactly. All right, well, in other news, the city of Myrtle Beach looks pretty good for 75 years old.
Not too shabby at all. This morning, WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinzip is giving us a very special look back at the city through the years. She is live in Myrtle Beach at Jack Thompson Studios and has more.
Yeah, you guys won't believe this. See this? This is 501. Without traffic. Not only that, without pretty much anything, including Carolina Forest, which was right here, correct?
Today, that's the intersection at Carolina Forest.
Man, I would much rather drive through during this picture than I would today.
The little two-lane 501 going to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, just unbelievable how things have changed, and you know, obviously the road is bringing more people here. Here is some traffic, however. We're kind of more used to this, but this is cruising the strip on the boulevard, right?
Yes.
So talk a little bit about this. This is what everybody did back then.
That was the big entertainment back in the 50s, was cruising the Vard, cruising the boulevard. And the best thing that would happen with the guys that had convertibles, the girls would run out and jump in the convertibles and ride back and forth up and down the boulevard, creating quite a traffic jam back in those days.
Absolutely. I bet that made convertible sales go up, huh? guys wanting girls to jump in their convertible. Now, of course, it doesn't look quite like this, but people still love to go down to the Vard. Is that what it was called?
Down to the Vard.
The Vard. I like it. I'm going to start using that. I'm not going down to the Boulevard. I'm going down to the Vard. Guys.
That is really cool stuff. And you and I were just talking about how cool it would be to live back in that time.
The cars, the styles, the music.
The nostalgia. But then we're thinking, you know, people 40, 50, 60 years from now are going to say how cool it was to live in 2013.
Right. And you're right. If we would have lived back then, we wouldn't have known how cool it was anyway, right? That was pretty neat. Thank you to Jack.